Hi guys, welcome to Live with Vi, and if you like what you see, subscribe. Hey guys, happy Wednesday. I'm waiting for Tamanna to come in today because we're not doing a meditation today. We're doing karmic lesson readings. We decided not to go ahead with the meditation today is because every time we did a karmic lesson reading, we didn't have enough time to give everyone a chance. So today we thought, why not we dedicate this entire session to your karmic lesson readings, individual readings. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm good. Can't complain.
So today it's for a friend of mine's birthday.
I
Can
can't.
you can you hear me?
Now I can.
Okay. I said today I stepped outside the house after 5 months, still in the car, but for a friend's birthday, for her daughter's birthday, and it was so much fun. I just got back right now. I almost
I
thought
can
I saw it was,
imagine.
yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. We did a scavenger hunt around Bandra. It was so much fun. That's why I'm all
Oh,
red
that's fun.
and red and excited.
Yeah,
But
but every time I step out, and that's not very often, it's like once in 10 days, even if I sit in the car and I just go for a drive, the energies are so overwhelming. Like I come back being tired and I'm like, something's wrong with me. And I know a lot of people have been also complaining about the same, but I think it will just take all of us so much of time to kind of
it's going to
bounce
take
back into the
a lot.
frequency. While we miss that world and while we miss that routine of catching up with friends and going out and, eating out, I don't think in terms of our etheric body, will really be able to deal with it in a healthy way. Like we will really have to strengthen our etheric immunity to bounce back in a healthy manner.
I don't like for me, it was such a big thing to be able to step out today. You know what I'm saying? It was,
I'm,
and once you're still in the car, you're not out, you're not stepping out, but still, that
Mhm.
whole feeling of putting on a mask, going down, the roads in Bandra are not how they normally are. It's very
Normally,
different.
yeah, I know what you mean.
Very, very
But yeah,
different.
the new world is not, I mean, the world that we're going to be stepping into is definitely not what we left behind. It's
And it
going to
shouldn't be.
be,
It shouldn't be.
we should not be.
We should not be. That's exactly. I was talking to someone today, and I said, the reason why this is happening. They said every single day I'm hearing something. I said because the reason this is happening is we were invited to live here. We've acted as if we own the world. We do not. We are just
True.
another part of a sentient being living here. Till we don't respect that, we're gonna keep hearing for these things.
Of course, and I mean, it's just sad, with all the recent occurrences and, with the murders and what happened in Bangalore
Dude,
yesterday and the air crash. And I'm like, this is what the portal that I was talking about in one of my videos is that, the energy portal is so strong that we have to transform. Either we choose death or we choose transformation. And I think if we survive this, we really have to follow the path of transformation. This is not like a fake role
absolutely.
that we have to play to kind of to kind of escape this portal, because these portals keep coming up and,
No, this
we
is
are
this
kind
is a whole change of the collective consciousness of the human race, and the
of,
only that's what they want us to do, right? They want our collective consciousness to change. I think that's the only way we will pass through this or go through this.
absolutely, when also it's just heart wrenching to see that there is a large group of people who's working so hard to uplift the collective consciousness.
I
And then
think
there
on
are a bunch of fools who just keep on going on taking lives without any purpose, without any intention, on the basis of or in the name of politics, in the name of religion. It's just sad. It's really unfortunate.
but then that's their karmic lesson to learn, no? And
It
then
is, but it is, but it's at what cost? Because
of course,
again, when we talk about
we
the
won't.
universe is not individually taking the collective consciousness of a group. It's the
Absolutely.
average. So, while as in people who are working on their spiritual path kind of reach a level of 90, and then there are people who are kind of not even evolving beyond 20, it just completely throws the balance off guard. And we really need that right now.
So that's what we're doing, right? We have to sit every Wednesday, we're sitting and raising the frequency of at least the people who join in, right? With our
Yeah.
meditation, with our conversation, and that's what we can give. I mean, sitting at
Yeah. And
home, that's what we can do. And I
I,
love that we're doing that.
I love it too. It's just become such a part of the weekly
I
routine, you know.
swear it is. I like
So,
even everyone knows. So that day when we did the live on Monday instead of Wednesday, firstly I had messages from people because they hadn't read that it was moved
yeah.
to Monday, and then secondly, Kunal and Vivansh are like, "How come you're doing it on Monday today, not Wednesday?" Because
Yeah.
they know Wednesday seven
They know
o'clock.
your routine. Yeah.
So
So
okay, so should we tell them
before,
what they're doing? And I've already written on the thing to start typing their names out. But do you want us
yeah.
again tell them what you're doing with them?
Of course, guys. So, guys, every Wednesday, Vi and me get together and we have a theme around the meditation and we just discuss certain aspects of life. And we've done this a couple of times before. But today, we are primarily dedicating this entire session to karmic lessons. So, if at all you want to know what your karmic lesson for the coming week is, I need your full name and I'll be using my deck of oracle cards, which has been designed and put together by me, which is also available on Amazon. But yeah, so we'll just be, you need to put in your full name and I won't be picking out. We'll try and cover as many as names as we can. I will allow Y to read out the names and I can just keep shuffling and pulling out the cards. So
Okay, you
let's
let
do
me know
this.
when you're ready because there are already so
And I
many
am
names.
always ready. I've got my
And
deck of
guys,
cards.
Tamanna will pick the last five names. She will tell me when she wants to pick the last five names because every time we do this, I get DMs saying, "Why didn't you say my name? Why didn't you read my name?" So again, the last five names Tamanna will pick out. I'm gonna start
You are
these.
keeping the gun on my shoulder and shooting. How very clever of you.
Uh,
Guys, please, I say this every time. It's nothing personal. And, I mean, there's no one who's our favorite. It's just whatever keeps flashing up because also a lot of names we miss because the comments keep scrolling up, at
because
least on my,
scrolling.
you know. So if at all we
Same with
do miss
me.
out on your name, we apologize well in advance. It's nothing personal. And when the time is right, I'm sure universe will have a right message for you. And if at all there's no
So
message for
guys,
you,
can you
means just
please
continue.
type out? Yeah, correct. Also, please, guys, can
So,
you type out your full name in capital? Because when I'm scrolling so fast, it's just easier when it's all capital for me to read.
oh, you are actually becoming a pro in all your live sessions. You're learning. I would have never thought that. Yeah,
Yeah, because it's much easier for me to read. Otherwise, I have to come like this every time.
true. But I think we already have some names, so let's
Yes,
start.
we do. Should I start? Okay, let's go first.
You can start.
Pooja Kaval Mehtani.
Pooja, the karmic lesson for you is you need to balance. There's a lot of imbalance in your emotional energies, and you keep going back and forth. So you need to balance it.
Is Tamanna, your voice is. Guys, can you
Can
hear?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, now it's fine. Now it's fine.
Okay, so Pooja, I'm going to repeat myself. The lesson for you, sweetheart, is you need to be more balanced. Somewhere you're feeling extremely imbalanced in your emotional and mental energies. So be more balanced, Pooja.
Chandni Kashish Doshi.
Chandni, the karmic lesson for you is you need to be a leader. You need to take charge of situations right now rather than depending on other people or rather than depending on other people to lead.
Jasmine Javeri.
Jasmine, the karmic lesson for you is you need to be vulnerable. You are kind of spending a lot of time and an energy living on the defense. There's a lot of guards around you, and you need to kind of focus on letting those guards down and letting people in.
Karishma Aswani.
Karishma, the karmic lesson for you for this week is go with the flow. Give up your need for persistence. Give up the need to know everything. You need to give up the control and just go with the flow. Just embrace life as it's bringing to you. Can I call out the next name? I think
Yes,
a
please.
friend of mine put in his name and it's his birthday today. So
Oh,
firstly, happy
wow.
birthday to you, Shamsher. And the karmic lesson for you in this coming week, well, I hope you're still watching and you haven't tuned out of this, but the karmic lesson for you is you need to be vulnerable. It's the same card that's come out. So, Shamsher, happy birthday. And if you're listening to this, be more vulnerable. It's okay to let people in your life and put your guards down. It's absolutely okay. And moving forward, now you can take charge.
Okay, you want me to read? Okay, because it's all gone down. Hold on, just give me a second because they all
Take
have
your
gone
time.
scroll down. Guys, can you all please write in caps? It just makes it easier for me to read. Uh, 1 second, I'll have to find the name list now. Ramya Ramakrishnan.
Ramya is always there for all my live sessions, Ramya. I just love your enthusiasm. Thank you so much. And the karmic lesson for you is silence. Give up the need for people to validate what you're saying. Sometimes a lot of inner work, a lot of resolution to situations can happen by practicing silence. Also, guys, can I just button here and say that I'm just reading out the title of the karmic lesson, but everything else I'm channeling it. So the details is not as per what's in the card. The detail is what you need to hear in this time period. So that's when I'm using my intuitive channeling power.
Harsha Haryani.
Harsha, the karmic lesson for you is you need to be patient. Being patient in this situation means allow people to work at their own pace and give up the need to control the pace of people.
Priyanka Rajan Mehta.
Priyanka, the karmic lesson for you is you need to channel your inner warrior. Right now, you are kind of playing the whole victim card or victimizing yourself or getting into patterns of self sabotage. So, you need to kind of take charge and embrace your, I won't say aggressiveness, but your fierceness and come into your own strength.
Akanksha Senani.
Acceptance, Akansha. You need to learn the lesson of acceptance. Maybe you're finding it very difficult to accept people or situations for the way they are, and you're trying too hard to fix it, and you really don't have control over that. So,
Shweta Gandhi.
Shweta, the karmic lesson for you is trust yourself. You're finding it very difficult to trust yourself, and this situation that you're in right now calls for you to trust yourself and take the right decisions rather than getting carried away by other people's opinions.
Crisan Almeida Criado.
Judgment, Chrisanne, right?
Crisan Almeida
Yeah.
Criado.
The lesson for you is you need to give up the need to judge. I see that you're operating from a space of a lot of judgment and it's really working against you rather than working for you. So you need to kind of just let go of the judgment and see things for what it is.
Rujuta Kothari.
Rujita, again, the lesson for you is you need to go with the flow. I think that also came up for somebody else. Stop laying, your need for perfection. Stop laying your need for persistence or control. Just go with the flow. Be more fun, be more spontaneous, be more adventurous, and see where life takes you.
Shivani Desai.
Shivani, the karmic lesson for you is you need to work on your willpower. Willpower is not about resistance. Willpower is about making a choice and sticking through that every single day of your life. So maybe you're resisting some changes, but you need to make a choice and work towards that.
You want to have a sip of water because you forget that you're. Oh, good.
I will.
Divya Madan.
Divya, you need to be more understanding about the situation. Just like the way you expect people to understand you, people also expect you to be more understanding towards them. So maybe that will really help you build your bond with people or situations around you.
Sonam Chabra.
Sonam, the karmic lesson for you is you need to be in a state of ease. You're overworking yourself up. You're getting very hyper and you're not allowing ease to flow into your life. So be more at ease and just allow things to flow again. Just go with the flow. Don't allow your mind to block the ease.
Aradhana Ranglani.
Aradhana, the karmic lesson for you is you need to be more humble. The card that showed up for you is humility. So you need to kind of be more humble. You could be a very headstrong person, but that strength is only for you to see. Don't impose that on other people. You can be humble and also come and play off your own strength.
Vandana Bhasin.
Vandana, the karmic lesson for you is you need to trust yourself. Again, you know what you need to do, but you're getting too affected by other people's opinions, judgments, emotions. So just trust your intuition. trust what you know and work according to that.
Anita Kaval.
Anita, the message for you is stop complaining and start filtering. You need to purify your space. Maybe you're not happy with a lot of situations of people in your life. And rather than focusing on them and trying to fix them, you need to kind of start filtering your life. And maybe they're not meant to be a part of your karmic chart. Or even if they're meant to be a part of your karmic chart, maybe in this current situation, there's no give and take of energy. So start conserving your energy in current situations or relationships.
Shweta M.
Shweta M, the karmic lesson for you is be realistic in your expectations. Make sure what you're expecting from people, they have it in them to give it to you. Don't base your expectations on your past fears or past emotional baggage.
Shubhi Bhandari.
Shubhi, the karmic lesson for you, my dear, is admit your mistakes. Maybe you're holding on to a lot of anger or you're just being upset with yourself and you're kind of being on the defense or playing a blame game here, but also somewhere look deep inside and see what have you done. I'm not saying you need to be harsh on yourself, but be more in a state of awareness and take responsibility for your own actions in whatever capacity you feel it's right for you.
Shweta Gandhi.
Shweta, the karmic lesson for you, my dear, is you need to be more present. Maybe you're oscillating between the past or the future, and you're giving up on the present, which is stopping you from being more grounded. So be more present.
Janvi Vaghani.
Janvi, the karmic lesson for you is you need to be more flexible. Again, you're being very persistent about the way you want things, how it should be done. So try and be more flexible. When you become flexible, you allow more abundance to come into your life. You allow more love and ease to come into your life. So
Shivani Desai.
Shivani, the karmic lesson for you is you need to be assertive. Maybe you're being pushed against the wall and you find it very difficult to stand up for yourself, and that could be a little frustrating for you in the current time situations. You need to learn how to be more assertive, but be assertive in a manner that people will understand. Often people don't understand the difference between being aggressive or being assertive. So, stand up for yourself with a lot of kindness, compassion, and also speak to people or assert yourself in a manner that people will understand.
Charita Kalra.
Charita, the message for you is you need to be in a state of acceptance. There's a lot of resistance towards something that's going on in your life, and you kind of trying very hard to deal with it. So just be more in a state of acceptance.
Manisha Nagar Singhani.
Manisha, the karmic lesson for you is stop complaining and start filtering. I said this for someone else earlier as well. Maybe you're not happy with situations right now, but you're just dealing with it for the sake of it, or maybe it's just a habit, or maybe it's just a part of your attachment process. So try and, purify or filter people out of your life. If you
Preeti
don't
Pandey.
Preeti, oh, your card just popped out. You need to be flexible. Oh my God, what's with today? I think all you people are just, I think the energy is making everyone very stubborn and persistent. I mean, this card has come out at least 5 to 6 times. Acceptance, go with the flow, and flexible. So I am seeing a very common trait. Maybe that's what people are going through right now. And also, I mean, just pause and explain why is it happening. There could be a possibility that it's happening because, last 5 months we've gone through so much of transformation, so much of awareness, and now we've come into full play of ourselves. And now when we're getting back into our world, we feel scared that we may go back or we may get overpowered or overshadowed by external influence. So I think we're trying very hard to pull our guards up and stay alert, being like, no, we don't want to go back. We've not come this far to deal with this mess that we were dealing. So you'll end up being very flexible and you'll end up being very persistent or very stubborn about your own guards. So it is very nat. Can you hear us?
We can. Yeah, I can hear you.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
I think the battery.
I can hear you.
I think the batteries died. Where?
Who, mine? No, my battery is full.
Your volume, something is off.
Guys, yeah, they can hear us.
Remove this. Guys, just hold on. There's a technical glitch.
No, we can hear you. Everyone can hear us.
Maybe your volume. Can
Now
you hear me?
I can hear you very clearly.
Okay.
Can you hear me? There's
I
something happened
don't
on
know.
your end. There was something on your end.
I will wait.
Guys, hold on. She's just joining back in. I have the last name was at one sec. Let me just join her back in. There you go. So we're gonna start with Priya Raja Gopal.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I don't know what went wrong. Sorry, guys, it happens.
Can you
So
hear me?
I can. I think I just
Yeah.
had to log off.
Yeah,
So
I
coming
can
back,
hear you
if at all you
always.
are feeling the fear that you might go back to your old patterns, no, and you don't really have to put up a strong, persistent brave. Just come back and be in alignment with what you've made out of yourself, and don't be persistent. It takes a lot of energy to hold on to your guards and be defensive. So be more gentle, be more flexible, and just go with the flow. Moving forward, we'll pick up names again by.
I can hear you. Okay, should we start? Priya Raja Gopal.
I don't know why I can't hear you.
Priya, hello me.
I'm trying to like lip sync or lip read you actually. I can't hear you.
You can't hear me at
Wait,
all?
let
Guys, I can hear her. Can you hear us? You guys can hear us, right? Yeah, even I could hear her.
guys,
Okay,
we
guys,
really apologize. Can you hear me? Is this
I can
okay?
hear you clearly. I can hear you. You can't hear me? There's then the issues on your end. Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Hear you and then again, I don't know, I'm sorry, something could be at my end. So let's
Do
move
you
forward without wasting time. Sorry.
it was Priya Raja Gopal.
Priya, the karmic lesson for you is you need to heal the shadow of the past. There's a lot of baggage and there's a victim or a wounded self that is blocking you from moving forward. So you really need to focus on healing the past or healing that wounded self.
Okay, the next 1 second. Krupa Patel.
Kripa, the karmic lesson for you is you need to have more faith. There's someone that you're finding it very difficult to trust, or maybe you're finding it difficult to just have faith in a certain situation. So just hold on to that faith and it will kind of help you cross over from this certain situation.
Okay, Mani Manchanda.
Mani, the message for you is the karmic lesson rather is judgment. You need to give up the need to judge people and stop operating from a space of judgment. See things for what it is and look at it from a bird's eye point of view rather than attaching a judgment to the situation or the person.
Even the judgment card has come a lot.
Yeah.
Sucheta Khandwala.
So, Cheta, the karmic lesson for you is you need to be assertive. You need to stand up for yourself. You're finding it very difficult to stand up for yourself, and you need to do it in a gentle way. So, just be more assertive.
Tanisi Jagwani.
What's the first name?
Tanisi Jagwani.
Tanisi, the karmic lesson for you is you need to forgive yourself. Maybe you're holding on to a lot of anger towards yourself and you're finding it very difficult to let go of that. Maybe there's a lot of regret for past mistakes. It's okay, we all make mistakes and you need to forgive yourself and move forward.
Bhavika Rathod.
Bhavika, the message for you is be realistic in your expectations. Maybe what you're asking for may actually not be meant for you, or maybe what you're asking for the other person may not have it in them to give it to you. So be more realistic in what you're asking for from people.
Tushar Gogia.
Tushar, the karmic lesson for you is you need to have gratitude. Maybe you need to start taking account for what is there in your life and focus on that, rather than focusing on what is missing or what is lacking in your life. So you need to be more in gratitude.
Jayashree Punjabi.
Jayashree, the karmic lesson for you is you need to admit your mistake. Again, it's very easy to play blame games and put the, blame on the other person, but you also need to take accountability or responsibility for what you have done or what is it for you to improve. Do it in a way that you're gentle with yourself. You don't have to be harsh on yourself. We all make mistakes, but you need to somewhere acknowledge that.
Supriya More.
So, Priya, the karmic lesson for you is you need to be more trusting. You're finding it very difficult to trust people. There's lack of trust in the given situation of people that you're surrounded with. So try and be more trusting.
Neha Jain.
Neha, the karmic lesson for you is you need to channel your inner warrior. You need to kind of, express your strengths. You need to stop operating from a space of victimhood. You know what needs to be done, but somewhere you've given the power to somebody else or a certain situation. You need to focus on taking that power back and channel your inner warrior with ease and grace. You don't have to fight with people. It's not a battle, but you need to take control of your self-power.
Amit Anna.
Amit, the karmic lesson for you is understand. You need to focus on understanding what people around you are going through, just like the way you want people to understand your emotions, your limitations. People also would expect the same from you. So this situation calls upon you being a little more understanding rather than expecting the other person to understand you.
Manmeet Arora.
Manmeet, the karmic lesson for you is purification. Maybe you're not happy with what you have, and maybe you're not resonating with people, and it's time for you to purify your space. It could be decluttering, like basically letting go of, people you don't resonate with, or if at all you feel that you finished a connection with someone, it's okay to let it go. Don't hold on to it.
Charisma Naren.
Karishma, the Karishma, right?
Charisma. That's how it's
Charisma. Charisma, the karmic lesson for you is don't feel guilty for being you. Often, when you land up being yourself, or you land up being assertive, or you land up standing up for yourself, we land up feeling guilty. We take emotional responsibility for other people. It's not for you to take responsibility for other people. So don't feel guilty.
Arjun Vahi.
Mm-hmm. Arjun, the karmic lesson for you is you need to be more present. Again, maybe you're oscillating between the past and the future, and you're not able to kind of focus on what you need to do right now, and you need to focus on setting a foundation in the present rather than worrying about the past or future.
Anupriya Todi.
Anupriya, the message for you is you need to be in a state of allowance. Maybe, again, you're trying to control the situation, you're trying to be very persistent, you're trying to be a perfectionist, so try and be more in a state of allowance.
Bharti Rajwani.
The karmic lesson for Bharti is you need to be more tolerant. Maybe you're getting too sensitive because anyone and whatever anyone's saying or doing, you're taking it too personally, or you're being extremely intolerant. So try and be more tolerant in the given situation.
Deepika Nanvani.
Deepika, the karmic lesson for you is trust yourself. You're finding it very difficult to trust yourself, and right now the situation calls upon you to do what your heart is asking you to do rather than giving into the voice of other people.
Nazreen Sheikh.
Nazreen, the karmic lesson for you is surrender. You're finding it very difficult to surrender, to be surrendering into a person, surrendering to the universe. You trust the person or you trust the universe, but you're not allowing it to let it go. So you need to surrender your problem to the situation or the person that you're dealing with.
Rupal Mehta.
Rupal, the message for you is you need to honor, and honoring is all about your choices, what you want, setting boundaries, and at the same time also honoring choices of other people and their boundaries.
Kritika Aluwalia.
Kritika, the karmic lesson for you is you need to be grounded. Maybe you're allowing other people's emotions, situations to kind of affect your energies. You're getting very carried away by other people's emotions, situations, and energies. So try and be more grounded, be more rooted, and align yourself with your energies that you truly are.
Ritika Jatin Ahuja.
Ritika, the karmic lesson for you is acceptance. Oh my God. I think I should just keep pulling 3, 4 cards out. Acceptance. Again, you're trying to be too persistent, you're trying to change people, you're trying to fix situations which are not under your control. Just allow things to be.
Sonal Segal.
Sonal, the karmic lesson for you is you need to forgive yourself. You're again upset, angry with yourself, and you're finding it very difficult to forgive yourself. There's a lot of self-guilt and self-sabotage. So try and forgive yourself.
Manmeet Arora.
Manmeet, the karmic lesson for you is you need to be more communicative. There's a lot going on in your mind and you're finding it very difficult to express yourself, or you fear judgment if at all you do communicate. So try and be more communicative.
Riju Tibrewal.
Riju, the karmic lesson for you is gratitude. You need to start expressing more gratitude. It can be in form of journaling or just a mental note. You're only focusing on the lack. You're not focusing on what's there in your life.
Prachi Adasani.
Prachi, the karmic lesson for you is judgment. Oh my God. Give up the need to judge people. Wow. I'm surprised. It's like 5, 6 cards. And I mean, I'm like, there are 44 different karmic lessons. But so coming back, Prachi, you need to give up the need to judge people or situations.
Jayashree Punjabi.
I think we already took her name.
We did her name?
We did. Yeah, we did.
Saina Kalani.
Saina, is it?
Syna, yeah.
Saina, you need to honor. Saina. So Saina, this one's for you. You need to honor your choice of free will, and you also need to honor other people's boundaries. You need to kind of bring in more respect, more honor for yourself and for the other person in this situation right now.
Okay, now 1 second.
Can I take your name? Okay.
Yeah, Tamanna, we have 5 minutes. Why don't you go ahead now?
We'll finish with Geeta. Geeta, you need to detach from other people's problems. You're making them your own problems, and you're pausing your life because of other people. So, just be more detached from other people's problems. I'm going to start taking few names, guys. And for some reason, if I miss out calling your name, please know it's nothing personal.
There's no way you're going to get. Oh my God, there are
we will come back. We will keep doing this every week. Don't worry, we will come back.
Also, guys,
Ritika Arora.
I just wanted to tell you, Tamanna does do individual sessions. I had my session with her. I forced her down and said, you have to give me a session. So we had that session on Saturday and it was unbelievable. Okay, sorry, go ahead. She doesn't like anyone talking about.
No, I mean, you can share I want you to share your experience because people really don't know what really happens in those sessions, so
should I do it now, or do you want to take
last? You can, and then we can just summarize it with readings and then the collective consciousness card.
Okay, so I did a reading with Tamanna. We have, I guess, meeting each other virtually for the past 5 weeks, and I really wanted to sit one-on-one with her and to understand certain karmic lessons or certain situations, why they happened to me, to get a better understanding of why such a thing happened. And I even wanted advice or direction in terms of work and in terms of just life. And we had a session with her, and it's very similar to what is happening right now. Basically, she sits and talks about what she sees around you, what she sees in your aura, what she sees, I guess, what she
physically,
sees
mentally.
Yes, in all your fields, be it your physical, your etheric, your spiritual, in all the fields. And it was like I had goosebumps throughout. I kept showing her I kept telling her goosebumps, because there were things that have happened which there's no way anyone would know, and we spoke about them, and it's not about getting clarity to a situation, but it's just about getting reaffirmed with what you thought it to be true, and it is. It was fantastic, the session with her, and I kept telling her I want to talk about it on our live. We never talk about sessions because so many people have messaged me, and my friends who have messaged me, I directly send her number, but so many people on Instagram have messaged me. So she does do sessions as well, and it's a proper hour-long session where she'll keep talking, and you keep writing fast, but then what happens is she does send you the recording as well, so in case you missed anything, you can hear it again. So sorry, I'm taking up time. Yes.
No, that's okay. So guys, we're going to take last 5 names and stay tuned because your name might come up. Moving forward with Ritika Arora. The lesson for you is you need to don't take it personally. Right now, things may not be going the way you want them to go. So don't take things personally for yourself, Ritika Arora. Abhishek Tiwari, the karmic lesson for you is heal by being alone. Somewhere you fear loneliness, somewhere you fear being alone, and that's kind of eating you up subconsciously. So heal by being alone. Sometimes that break from people and the constant give and take of energy is much needed. Shrishti Sardana, the karmic lesson for you, my dear, is again detach from other people's problems. You're worrying too much about other people's problems and constantly getting absorbed. You're allowing their problems to affect you and distract you from where you are supposed to be. The karmic lesson for you is don't feel guilty for being you. If at all you've stood up for yourself or you've done things for yourself or you've followed your heart, don't feel guilty. Joyveer Bajaj, the karmic lesson for you is be resilient. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from a certain situation and not carry that pain, that baggage into other areas of your life. So it's time for you to, just be a little resilient. If at all you've gone through work stress, deal with it at work. Don't carry it back in your social space or your relationship space or vice versa. Ritika Stenani, the karmic lesson for you is be flexible. You're being very rigid or persistent about certain situations. So try and be more flexible. Mehak Juneja, the karmic lesson for you is admit your mistake. You know what you've done, take responsibility. You don't pass on the blame game on the other person. We are fully aware. We are very aware beings. It's just that we don't choose awareness because with awareness comes a lot of responsibility. With Kunja Navani, the karmic lesson for you is you need to be balanced. You're finding it very difficult to balance situations or balance one aspect of your life from another. Parinika states the karmic lesson for you is the karmic lesson for you is you need to be more present. Either you're stuck in the past where you fear that, or you're constantly questioning what the future has in store for you, and because of these two emotions you're not rooted in your present. So be more present. One last name I'm going to take, Monica Mehta. Monica, the karmic lesson for you is forgive yourself. You find it very difficult to forgive yourself. Again, we all make mistakes. It's absolutely okay for you to forgive yourself. Be gentle with yourself. We're not God. The day we realize that, we are not perfect, and the day we realize that the universe doesn't revolve around us, half our problems will be over. Having said that, but we always focus on other people. Let me pull out a karmic lesson for you. And the lesson is you need to understand. Right now, there is a certain situation that demands your understanding, and you're being very childish about it. So you need to kind of go. I'm not saying you need to give in completely, but try and be more understanding. And I'm not saying you need to act upon that understanding, but that perception will give you an alternative solution about it. Make sense?
Kunal is watching it and he's thrilled you've said this.
Again, I lost you. I can't hear you.
Kunal is watching this. Can you hear me?
Wait.
Chris, I laughed when your thing came up.
Sorry.
I said Kunal is watching this and he's thrilled that you've spoken about me being understanding.
A little more. A little more. So, guys, a last card for collective consciousness. This is for all of y'all who've tuned in. The collective consciousness card or the karmic lesson for this week is stillness. You don't always have to take actions
Wow.
towards situations. Being still will bring you the clarity you need. So be more still. This is a card for all you guys, and I hope you all enjoyed watching this as much as I love doing this.
And this is amazing. I mean, all the lessons, even though we're listening for others, they apply to us, right? Every
Yeah.
time. Every time you say a word like a judgment or a be flexible, I have situations that come up in my head saying, at this time I wasn't, at this time I judged. You know what I'm saying? I should have let go. I should have not judged. I should have been more flexible. Every time, every situation, every card brings up situations in your head. So it is a collective consciousness reading also, because the same cards keep coming up, right?
There are only those 44 karmic lessons. Like today in a garam masala ka dabba, in a masala dabba, there are only those 8, 9 masalas that we put in almost everything. But the quantity of
Correct.
that makes so much of a difference, because there's only that much. So everything that we are talking about other people that they need to learn, it's also stands true for us, so that's
Absolutely.
absolute, yeah. And guys, thank you so much. I've been reading your messages and I really, really, I can just thank everyone for always being there. It's always a
Guys,
joy.
write to Tamanna what you want to meditate on next week.
I
Write
know
to
what
me.
I want to manage. No, I've already decided. I mean, this is what we spoke about. So guys, next time on next Wednesday when we tune in, we will do a live karmic reading. But a major part, the 20 minutes will be on Mother Earth healing.
Oh,
So
wow.
we are going to be, I think the Earth really needs it. I think all of us in the last 4 months that we've been doing these meditations, we've upped our frequency. And I think right now as a collective consciousness on this Instagram meditation family that we have, made, and the group that's come together, I think we have the frequency to heal Earth. So let's all collectively come back
I
together
agree. That is
and
fantastic.
whatever, we will talk about COVID. We will talk about all the people who passed away during the plane crash. We will talk about all the people who passed away during the cyclone in Alibag, be it the piece of SSR, be it all the celebrities that we've lost this year. So let's just hold space for Mother Earth ascension, and see what miracles we can create.
I think that's amazing. I'm damn excited. Thank you
So
so
am
much.
I.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you. Take care, and I'll
Thank
see
you,
you guys
guys.
next week.
Bye. See you
Bye
next
bye.
Wednesday. Bye. And yes, this is a session is going to be saved just in case you want to hear your reading again. Hey guys, thank you for logging into Live with Vi. Subscribe to see more videos.